In Kuwait, in the desert, about to roast. It's around 43 degrees centigrade here, and this is just one country which has been built out of desert with palm trees, grass and all the rest of it. A country where oil is cheaper than the price of water. A country with unimaginable oil wealth. Around 10% of the world's oil reserves are here. A country which has a tremendous future if those oil prices stay as they have been, over $80 the barrel, and yet a country that without oil would face a very uncertain time. When we think of the chaos that's happened in Dubai recently through the collapse of the property investment businesses, a country which has surprisingly little oil, in fact the only oil well it has is one that's been donated by other parts of the United Arab Emirates. And we can begin to see the fragility of some of the countries in this region. It's hard to imagine some of these hotels, for instance, being full if it wasn't for the fact that energy prices are essentially zero, that people are only charged electricity with an annual payment once a year, that other utility bills are very low, that tax rates are zero for personal tax, there's no purchase tax, and so on. This is a lightly regulated, lightly taxed environment in a very difficult and hostile place to live in terms of temperature for certainly the hottest 4 months of the year. So what's the future of these countries? Well, very good, because despite the accusations that oil is about to run out, the fact is that oil will continue to be pulled out of the ground of these countries for many, many decades to come. Every time the oil price rises, we begin to see new methods, new technologies to extract the 60, 70 or even 80% of the oil that was left behind, because the previous processes we used just weren't quite that efficient enough. And oil prices could rise as high as $240, $250, $260 a barrel over the next 20, 30 or 40 years, which, as I say, would mean that the countries which you might have thought would be getting low on oil by then will start to see new reserves come on stream. So it's an interesting time, and it's part of the backdrop to the green tech revolution, the $40 trillion of new investment that will be made over the next 20 to 30 years to enable our world to transform itself from a carbon dominated to an alternative energy environment. And in all of that, we will continue to see oil used for all kinds of reasons where it is best suited for the purposes of our future, alongside all kinds of other energy sources.